Hi, welcome. I'm Reverend Dr. Brent Hawks, the founder and executive director of Rainbow Faith and Freedom, and I was the senior pastor at the Metropolitan Community Church of Toronto for 40 years before I retired. Welcome back. My name is Brent Hawks, and I have a point to make today, and in order to make that point, I have a couple of props. I don't usually use props, but here we are. And the first is I want to tell you a story, a true story about my background. When I was very young, I think I was probably about 9 years old, although I'm not quite sure. We used to go to school 2 weeks early in New Brunswick, so that in partway through the school year, when the harvest was ready, the schools could stop so that the school kids could get out and help the farmers to harvest the crops. And for me, that meant picking potatoes. So when I was very, very young, we had the 2 weeks off to pick potatoes, and I remember my first year picking potatoes. I worked really, really hard, and I think I made like $19, which, if you know how far back that was a lot of money. And I remember buying my mom a set of dishes, and I was so proud to buy her some nice dishes. And I have one of those samples from that set of dishes here. And then when we were growing up, there'd be time when we'd have a fancy Christmas dinner or have guests over for dinner, and people would say, let's get out the nice dishes. And Mom used to always say, no, those are the good dishes. We have to save those. And so I can never remember a meal when we were growing up that we ever used the good dishes. Another story I want to tell you. John and I, a few years ago, went to England, and I had said to John, when we get to London, I really want to go to the Oscar Wilde bar. The bar where Oscar Wilde and his gay friends gathered together and partied, and I wanted to be in that space, to feel that space and that energy. So we were in London wandering around, and we knew it was in a certain hotel. We were just probably going to another museum, because most of our time is spent on trips. John wants to go to museums or art galleries. And we were out somewhere wandering around, and I went on a street and looked up, and I saw the name of the hotel where the Oscar Wilde bar was located. And so we went in, and it was the middle of high tea, and I wasn't dressed properly. So we had to go back and get dressed properly, and another day we came to have high tea. And it was a very fancy bar, very opulent. And in the middle of having high tea, I went to the washroom and was washing my hands. And there was some really, really good soap and moisturizer. And it was from a company called Florist, F-L-O-R-I-S, in London. And I loved the smell. So the next day, John and I went hunting all over London to find the store where this was sold. And we finally found it, and it was very, very expensive. And I bought one of the soap and one of the moisturizer, the hand cream, and brought them home. And that was many years ago, and these have been sitting on my sink in the bathroom, and I've not been using them because I was saving them for a special day. Well, now they're kind of drying up, and it's hard to get them out of the container. So what's the moral behind these two stories? Well, you deserve the good dishes once in a while. You deserve to have some things that are special for you, that you like, that you enjoy, but please don't set them aside. Please don't let time pass. Please don't be like we were in my family and never use the good dishes, because they're always being saved. So fancy is nice. And so whether that means you've got some really nice piece of clothing that you like, every once in a while, wear it and celebrate it. Or if there are special dishes to get out, or if there's some jewelry you want to wear to make yourself fancy or dressy up, that you deserve to be able to have those special moments when you pull out those special things, and don't hide them in a drawer. You know, put them on the wall or put them on the top of a desk. Bring out the nice things that you can enjoy, because you deserve it. Thank you. If you found this video helpful, please click on like and share on your social media, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel for future videos. Feel free to post a comment with feedback and suggested topics for future videos. My organization, Rainbow Faith and Freedom, is focused on confronting religious-based discrimination against the LGBTI communities around the world by changing hearts and minds. If you would like to learn more about Rainbow Faith and Freedom or make a donation to this important initiative, please go to the website listed below this video. And if you'd like to support this video project, you can click on a link there too. Thank you.